Alright. I think I got it to work now, my microphone. I have no idea. Uh, Head back to Roblox. Um, no, that's fine. Alright, no, that's fine. I was just, my mic wasn't working earlier today, so I just wanted to make sure it was actually working. Alright. Someone joined. Okay.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Mm, yeah. Why is this not working? Why is my game, like, frozen? Right now, it's just Lord and Dojo fighting for the lead, kind of how it has been all race once I left.
Bro, I didn't know I'm not allowed to pit under C. Someone needs to start telling me this shit.
No, that seems stupid. Not being allowed to pit under caution. That is extremely dumb. But Dojo looking on the inside of Lord here for the lead of the race, but 32 of Lord with the better line on the outside has that momentum. Right now, I'm not sure Dojo's going to be able to slip past the 32 for the lead unless this backpack can get their head in the game and start catching up with the 34 of Floss with racing. Opa down on the inside, they're splitting it three wide. Opa unable to capitalize three wide, slotting in behind. They need to work together to
Why
catch
can't
back
you
up to
pit
this
under
32.
caution anyway?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. I just joined. Racers invited me to this. Whoa!
I didn't. Oh my
No,
god, I'm an.
no, that just startled me. I'm like, whoa, these guys aren't watching where they're going. Cause like I would have seen you from a mile away. Like that's kind of their fault. Jeez, these guys sometimes. Okay. Oh, a two car, another caution. I think this is the 18th of the night. Why did I agree to do this? This is hurting my brain more than watching cubes going around in circles. Where is he? I guess I'll be commentating once this caution is over, because what am I supposed to commentate about? How good the yellow lights look flashing? Oh. Hello? Back. Alright, well, we're getting ready to head back racing. This is about to be. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Alright. Here we go. About to get back racing here at Daytona. As Dojo on the outside line with the 34. They're a Floss with an amazing start. The top row goes, the bottom doesn't. As it's again Dojo versus Lord down into turn number 1. Dojo has that inside line, but can Lord use that use that lane up top? He's been using it all day to get the momentum out of the corner and just take the lead of the race. And yes, he does. Dojo slots in behind. At this point, we haven't really seen anyone challenging Dojo at all for this race, or Lord for this race win. I feel like that 32 car is going to come out on top, but the question is, can he stay out of a wreck? For all we know, someone is going to wreck him, or he'll just pull out of the field. He'll win. But it's Daytona. You can't expect the expected. You have to expect everything to go wrong. Right now it's single file racing, but Floss looking eager to get past Dojo for second place. As you see the 22 car pulling up to the back of the field now, behind the 29 of Slim, going down on the inside, trying to make a move, getting the draft from the 34 car. He's not going to be able to get the momentum though to make a pass. Still relatively single file racing. The 32 drops down to get the 34 draft, but Dojo, random shot of momentum there to keep the lead. Dojo or Floss and Slim into the wall. It's now a 3-car pack for the race lead. 2 cars out of it. No caution. We stay green. As now it is Lord, Dojo, and the 22 car who are going to be fighting for the lead here. As we're getting close to the halfway point in the race, almost to lap 31. Right now, it's still kind of calm. Dojo sitting down on that bottom lane. Not much is happening right now. Just single file, one by one, down and back to the rear end of the field. as the 34 and 29 got into a pretty big incident, wrecking, and both of them lose momentum because of it. You see the 22 finally gaining back on that 12 car of Dojo, using the double draft from both of these cars to catch up. Everyone now running the top lane in this front three pack. The 22 staying up there for longer than the other two of them. Nothing much happening. As the 34 went down the pit lane. Not sure why he would pit alone. A very bold strategy call, to say the least. A bold strategy call, pitting by yourself at a super speedway. But maybe it'll pay out for him if these front three keep wrecking into each other. As you see, the 34 up there might actually be lapped. He's only exiting 2 as the leaders are coming into 1, so right now, that 34 car could play a massive part in this race. Could he interfere with the leader's line? Could he slow them down potentially? As still single file, the 32 has a sizable gap in the lead. 22 wasn't here the whole race, came in a little bit late, but now slowly creeping in on that 12 of Dojo, slowly trying to reel in the 32 of Lord, but you can only go one car at a time. He is now right behind that 12 of Dojo. This fight for second could open up real quickly here. He's all over the back of Dojo right now. What is he going to do? Is he going to stick behind? Is he going to make a move? He's pulling closer and closer. The closer he gets, the stronger the draft. He sticks it up on the top to get momentum. Swings it back down to the bottom. Gets the draft from the 12. Could have stuck it on the inside. He doesn't. Starts giving a bump draft to that number 12 machine. Is he about to work together with the fellow Dodge driver to try and gain on Lord? Right now, both of them want to win, but they can't when Lord is absolutely dominating this field. As you see, the 12 of Dojo kind of throwing some aggressive blocks there. As the 22 gets kind of forced down out of the apron there. He's on the inside of the 12. Gets blocked. Jeez. Chaotic racing and boring racing have happened all in this same race. Right now, we're at that boring part. Comes the 22, trying to maybe make an attack on the 12 again. The 12 holding that bottom line. And that's going to give the 22 massive momentum boosts through the corner, getting the draft. Tries to go around the outside. The 12 of Dojo blocks, holds him off once more. As someone just interfered with second and third. What was that? I don't know what's happening. Oh man, this is just kind of an awful race right now. This is just. As we're back racing here, the 34 there of Veloz takes the lead. The 32 on the bottom, the 12 of Dojo taking the top line. Can he try to maintain the race lead around the outside with the momentum? Can Dojo get the race lead for the first time today? He's not clear. Lord is still there. No race lead there. As we hear a new driver is going to be merging into the field, upping the pack to 6. Right now, the field is closer than ever. We have 5 cars now fighting for the race lead. It's 3 cars going in. Dojo, Lord, and the 22. As there goes the field. There's all those pit cars gonna be coming out of the pit. As now Dojo, the 22, and Lord all gonna be exiting the pits. It's gonna be tough. They're gonna be lapped here. Never mind, it's a caution! It's a caution. The caution is out wildly. I don't know what I missed when I looked away, but that's a caution. So those people who had to pit just got bailed out. Man. As now the 32 just needs to make it through 3 and 4. Try not to get lapped. The 81 sitting on the apron there. I finally found out someone must have either jumped out or they might have wrecked. Who knows what happened? As the 81 of Cake now joining the field. Or Maple. Or no, not Maple. Different. Why are you lying? Sorry. 70 here, the driver joining, or Cake, we will so call him. As Slim is rejoining. So the drivers making their way to the start-finish line now. Or to the restart zone now, apologies. I don't know what's happening right now. These guys all over in the pits. Oh man. As now we are past the halfway point. We have 25 laps of racing left. I believe that's going to require every single driver in the field to make one more pit stop. As I think this race, in my opinion, is coming down to the 22, the 32, or the 12. Those drivers have been consistently up front all race. Kind of got screwed over by that caution timing, but that caution right after it, immediately saving them. So I think those three drivers, if they can just get some work together, get a good gap, then they can start racing each other. Because I haven't seen any of them actually wreck each other. I think they have been the only drivers not involved in some sort of wreck today. So as we would now like to present our sponsor of DraftKings, make bets on any sport. No, I'm just kidding. We're not doing that because if the only bet here would be over or under 20 cautions in this league. I believe the driver's getting ready to go now. 6 cars in the field, a decent sized pack. As what is happening? Why is it checkered flag suddenly? Alright, back to as apparently we reduced it by laps or by 5 laps, so only 55 laps, 20 laps. Will that require a pit now? Or are they going to be able to finish this race? Jeez. Go. As here we go. The 29 there of Slim. Super slow off the start. Contact in the back. Dojo and Cake into the wall. The 22 nearly wrecked. The 32 of Lord chasing the 34 of Floss down to the inside. Those two fighting the 22 opens up the 29 opens up the inside for that 22 car to slip past. He's trying to make a move up for third, but the 29 of Slim is going to be able to hold on to it. As now the 32 of Loss and Lord, are back up to the top of the field, but Floss and Lord still side by side. They can slow each other down. Lord into the wall, contact with Floss's. Slim in the 29 backs out. He goes all the way to the back. The 81 of Cake nearly wrecking onto the pits. What just happened there? Interesting incident. As now the 32 of Lord back up to the front. What did I say? He's been arguably the most consistent driver this race. Stuck it on pole, has been around there, I think, every single lap. I don't think he left the top three except for caution restarts and pitting. After 2 laps after a caution, he's back up to the top, most likely the lead. As 2 cars had to go down for a pit penalty, I believe. I don't know if that was what it was. Not too sure. These officials aren't too great at communicating when I'm actually looking, but you can see the 22 and 12 Dojo chaining together, beginning to gain back up to this pack, but the 32 with the better momentum. Cake merging up into the pack. He's going to be lapped traffic. This is going to put an element of interest, an element of surprise into this race. It's going to put a big element of surprise. As Cake, now a lapped car, could be used as a pick from the leader. As you see Slim or Floss getting overtaken there. Joey passed for P2 by the 22 round the outside. Getting draft from the 81, getting draft from the 32. He walls him. He puts him in the wall. Unbelievable. That gives a bunch of time to the number 32. Way ahead as blue flags coming out for that number 81. As I believe the officials telling the 81 of Cake, let the leaders by. He is lapped traffic. He is not fighting. He almost interfered with the 22. I don't think he realized he was there. Almost took them both out. As the 34 and 22 making contact again, the 22 up into the fence. The 34 just needs to work together with the 22 here, but it doesn't look like he wants to. It looks like he's just trying to get on past. But the 22 and 30, but the 12 of Dojo slotting up behind those two. As Dojo down on the inside with momentum, but the 22 defends it well. I think the 32 of Lord is just too far away for anything to happen because these guys are not working together. They have no sense of teamwork in this current situation. As the 22 kind of duplicating Lord's line to maybe try and gain some time on that 32 as he defends down to the apron on the 34. And the 34 is going around the outside. Joey trying to take second, but the 12 bumped him up. There's no room here. They're 3 wide. Why are they fighting like this? They will never catch the leader like this. Onto the apron goes Dojo, the 34 of Joey, squeezing him on the inside. They're all coming together now. As the 34 barely clears the 22. As the 22 must win this race. Much like Lord the 32, the winner of this race could be sent on a way to the playoffs. As the 34 blocks! Not clear, he came down. didn't look like he was clear, but the officials may think otherwise. Joey in that 34 begging for a caution, but the officials, the rules state one car incident will not be called as a caution. Not clear there, push him down on the apron, I believe. As caution's out. Caution is out. This shakes everything up. Everything is changed here. The 34 and 81 in the back wrecked together. And now the caution is out. This may give the 22 a chance. As it's going to be P1 32, P2 22. As I'm not sure what on earth is happening right now. As As now we would like to take a moment to thank our main sponsor for today's event, Cost Why Not. Thank you for sponsoring and supporting the BTN, the Blocks TV network, making it possible to stream races all around Roblox, making it possible to bring you intriguing to bring you interesting and exciting racing. As there's the 22 going up top. The only driver smart enough to go double file. This race is going to be 10 to go coming to the line. The 34 is the only one for certain good to the yellow or good to the flag. I'm not sure on the exact fuel for the rest of these drivers. I don't know if they're going to have to pit or not. But all I can say is that if any of these drivers have to pit, it's probably fine. Because the amount of cautions we've had, you can probably expect another one, which isn't a bad thing. As now the question is, who's going to come home the winner here at Daytona with 10 laps to go when they cross the line? Just waiting for the field to go here. Waiting for the field to go here. As it's green flag racing here at Daytona the 22 with a really great start. What an amazing start from the 22. The start from the heavens themselves. He jumps to the lead. Is what can the 22 do here? Race leader Joey down on the inside trying to challenge for second place in this race. Joey and the 32, everyone lunging into the pits. Everyone. Every single driver except Cake, Slim, and the 22 just dove into the pits there. I imagine the 22 has to pit. If Lord had to pit, and they've had roughly the same pit cycle the entire time, then I think the 22 is going to be coming in here shortly. I would be amazed if he didn't dive into the pits here. As here comes the 22. As the 22 and 29 slim into the pits. The 22 is well into the pits. The leader, will this have been the right call? Not much happening. Single file for the race lead. As I'm kind of suspicious of that top two. As the 22 seemingly just got screwed out of a victory there. Because there's no realistic world where those two drivers jump the field and get that big of a gap. As I would be commentating right now. I apologize to everyone, but there really is nothing to commentate about. Lord seemingly has this race locked up. If he does not get a penalty for some sort of pit infraction, is the caution. Caution is out with 7 laps to go. The caution out of nowhere. Out. I believe that was the 81 and 29 in the back of the pack wrecking together, as now this race is back on for the 22. The 22, we all thought, got just completely highway robbed out of race victory here, and now This race is not over. As the 22 going to come across the line in P4. What is going to happen? This race went from over to back in. As this race under yellow again. Oh my god. What's gonna happen during the restart? As we have a deluded Bengals fan who is driving the 34, jumping around on top of the cars, being a maniac, not sure what he's doing, losing brain cells by the oh by the second. As now these people need to get going. This race has been going on for long enough, man, long enough. But right now, these people just don't want to get going. I'm running out of words to say during these long caution periods. So, as I think, yeah, Lord just jumped, joined in the VC. Apologies, not jumped in the VC. As I believe the 34 just definitely jumped the start. Most definitely jumped it. But I don't know anymore what the officials are going to do. I don't care about penalties. I'm not a race official. I'm not a penalty. I am the commentator here. As you see, the 34 Joey cutting off the 32 of Lord down into turn 2, down on the back straight. Joey could win, but the 32 of Lord and the 22 have all been looking for this race win. Is the 34 of Joey just sold into the wall, just pancaked the wall, making it flatter than the car itself. As now the 32 of Lord alongside as the 22 blocking the 29 down. Late block. He goes into the grass. And takes the lead. He's definitely going to have to give those positions back. As he is being told to give those positions back. As the 22 is trying to suggest him being part. I'm kind of lost here. As the 29 of Slim and the 34 of Joey racing for the lead, but the 32 of Lord racing, the leader currently, with 4 laps to go. All these drivers down on the middle inside lanes are definitely losing momentum out of the corner. You see how much momentum Joey just lost there. But here comes Joey. Never mind, he got a big push from the 29 as Slim pushing Joey again, trying to get him up to that number 32 of Lord, trying to challenge for the win. As the 22 up on the top around the outside of the 29, who cuts him off? As this race is going into overtime, I believe. Or no, it's going to be a green, white, checkered. Oh, 2 laps to go. When we hit the line, oh man, I am losing brain cells at the moment. I'm watching people in chat blaming people who did nothing, and it's just hilarious. I genuinely believe there are more brain cells in a mental clinic than across all these people. As this is just insane right now. It's going to be 2 to go at the line, I believe. So, it's going to be a green-white checkered. As the race about to resume. Who's going to win it? 6 cars. 1 race win is green flag racing. 32 of Lord gets a really good jump down on the bottom, but the top lane, Superior Cake just kind of took out the top lane. He just slid up off the bottom, took out the top lane's momentum. Lord and the 22 kind of got affected by that because the 22 got his line messed up from the 81 down into the 32, just a racing incident, but the 32 bumping the 22 as they're as it's going to be around the outside of the 81, who is kind of swerving around the track right now. I'm not sure what he's doing, but the 34 Joey currently in the lead as the 12 of Dojo gets a push. The 32 around into the grass. He's around out of in 3. Lord is out of the race. Lord, as there's 2 more cars into the wall. That's got to be a caution, right? Caution. The 81, every car just wrecked there. As we're heading to overtime here in the Skittles world of racing. But right now it's race back here. The 22 down on the inside line. Getting draft from the 34, the 12. Down on, trying to get a move around the outside. The 12 pushing him. The 34 blocks both of them. As there's a car sitting on the track. As I believe the 84 is still going to get P1 or 34. As the 22 comes home P2. This race is going to be tense. Oh no. Oh gosh. This is anxiety just waiting to happen here. Regular season finale is coming down to 2 laps. This entire race could have been over with, but now it's coming down to 2 laps. As the 22 would be, I think the 22 would be more delighted to start in P2 because that top lane, seemingly the better lane to start. As controversy over whether Joey should be allowed to stay P1. And the 20 and the 34 is P1. As the 32, who has been up front all race, as the 34 is trying to take that top lane. As, yep, the officials are ruling him inside. He's not going to be happy about that, as all these drivers on the top lane are going to be happy about that. So what's going to happen down into turn 1? It could be all chaos. It could be all clean and dandy. All I know is that off the rip, that 22 is most likely going to be the leader. And it's just a question of, can he be in the right place, right time? Can he make the most of this race? Is he going to be able to come out as the winner? I would love to see Lord win. He has been arguably the best driver all race. Just got wrecked. If he wins, he will be one deserving of it. As they jumped it. They definitely jumped it. As the 22 gets wrecked. As it's over for the 22. The race over. As the caution is out again. The 81 and 32, I believe, are the drivers coming together. As Joey continuing to try and complain to get his way up to a position. As this race will be going to overtime for the second time. Why? Is all I ask. Why? This race started an hour and 44 as just the race started an hour and 44 minutes ago. This race should have been over at least 30 minutes ago, but the cautions, the 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 idiots wrecking, the leaving and rejoining. This race is longer than the 24 hours of Le Mans. It's not actually that long. But it's infuriatingly long. Trying to watch this and commentate has been brutal. But at least we're going to have, hopefully, a full 2 laps to finish off this race. Hopefully, this race will be ended at the end of, by the end of this lap. At least we get to the white flag, it will be over. But if not, we're probably in for a ride. As now, what is the 81 doing? Oh, he's just confused on the wording. At this point, I don't really care. I just want to get this over with. As I have gone through this. I have gone through the stages of grief trying to watch this. And I'm pretty sure I'm starting the cycle all over again. As here we go. The driver's ready to get rolling again. Down into the final lap. Here we go. The countdown. And it's green flag racing. Green, green, green. Here in Daytona. Green flag, green flag. As the 12 shoved the 22 up the lane. The 81 shoving the 22 up the lane. As the yellow is back out. The yellow is back out. We made it not to turn 1. We barely made it out of the tri-oval from that. The caution is out again. I don't think I've ever seen a caution come out as quickly as that, except 2016 Talladega. Harvick, that one race, I don't even remember. The caution is out again somehow. Just, oh my god. It's going to be another 2 laps of racing, is all I have to say, but half of that time is going to be spent trying to get the cars rolling. As when is this going to be over? We haven't seen the white flag once. The white flag, not once. The flagman hasn't even had a chance to pick it up. That's how long this race has been. The white flag has not even been put in the hand of the flag waver. He's just had the yellow flag in the other hand ready because he knows he has to wave that thing. It's just getting a bit repetitive at this point. I don't know what to say. As the ruling has now said 3 cars are needed to call a caution. I'm watching these cars trying to roll, creep ahead of the field like a baby trying to crawl away from its parents. Like, what are they doing? As here we go, we're about to get racing again here in the Skittle world of racing. 2 laps again here in Daytona, but it's probably going to be more like somewhere around 30. Dojo up on the top, but the inside Joey. Here comes the 29 of Slim, the 81 of Cake. Door banging the 22, trying to take him out again. Trying to get payback for an incident he caused. Lord pushing the 22 now up, trying to push him up to the 12. Can we make it to the white flag? Can we make it? Joey stuck on the bottom. It's 3 wide and they wreck. They wreck. The 22 over top of them, literally. Literally over top of the field. As 2 cars wrecking, it's the 29 and 32. Can we make it to the white flag? Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? The 81 of Cake getting a push from the 22. White flag is out. That is it. This is the last lap of racing here at Daytona. The 12 and 81 coming together. Is down on the inside. The 81 tries to take him out. Just unbelievable. He was under the line. And now the caution is out again, isn't it? I believe the caution is out again, and yep, we are doing a redo. As the 81 and 22, I feel like are both to blame in that incident. The 22 shot down the track, but I don't think he saw the 81. I am. Oh. I think I just felt my last brain cell float out the side of my head. That was awful. I thought we had good racing coming, and no. What can you expect out of this right now? Oh my god, this race has is almost at the 2 hour mark. It has taken the same amount of time to run 60 laps at Daytona as it would take to run 60 laps at like Sonoma. Oh my. This is the last restart I am going to commentate. If they wreck again, this is a silent race. You guys get to listen to white noise coming through my mic if they wreck again. So pray that they don't. So here we go. Who is going to win the race? Probably whoever is starting in first. So Dojo, sorry. I'm forgetting the names now. Dojo, 22, 81 of Cake, the 29 of Slim, the 32 of Lord, and the 34 of Joey. That's the field as it's green flag. It's a great start from the 12 of Dojo. As here comes the 22 down on the inside of the 12. He almost had it. The 22 puts him in the wall. The 22, the 29 around. It's the 34 or the 29 is the 81 who comes out of that. Is down on the inside. The 22 trying to make a move on the 12 of Dojo. Lord is there in the 32. Who's it going to be? The 12 with a slight run. 32 of Lord gives the 22 a push. He's down on the inside. He got kind of put on the apron. There's someone just standing on the start finish line. What is he doing? As everyone is going up into the wall right now. It's going to be the 12 or 32 here because the 22 just got shuffled out. What can the 12 do against the 32 and 22? The 32 sliding up the track, trying to get the momentum. As the 32 puts him in the wall. The 32 walls him. It's over. blocking at the line. And it's the 12 of Dojo, the 12 of Jordan, who is going to win the race. As that was it. What was that? What was that? Oh, oh my god, that was